Howdy partners, yet another MCU film under the belt, and I'm really starting to feel the hype for the next major milestone in the MCU films, with Doomsday on the horizon. And I think that's where the film is most useful in building hype towards that climactic moment, because in many ways I still find this to be the typical superhero film that we've seen 1,000 times before, though it does have a few things going for it that sets it apart from the crowd. The 60s aesthetic looks great. I particularly love the kind of old school commercial vibe that this film achieves, but I do generally think it's hilarious to see the technology of that era right next to the wildly advanced science of Mr. Fantastic. It does feel like some answers come a little too easy to him at times, but as improbable as it is rather entertaining. I will say my favorite moments of the films come from the thematics it focuses on, specifically around family and humanity at large, and the kind of responsibility it takes to maintain that relationship. There's a particularly great speech that Vanessa Kirby gives that I found really resonated with me. And so I do love this vision of this world united, all working together towards a common goal. And the film did make me think of this kind of major televised event, such as the Apollo 13 space mission. And though I do find that very endearing in many ways, and the chemistry between the cast is pretty solid, I think they're layering the jokes pretty thick. Honestly, I found it to be kitsch. And another point of criticism is that I think the villain is rather dull, even with them being this planetary threat. I just found they had very little personality. So Fantastic Four: The First Steps is a pretty decent MCU film. It's inferior to Thunderbolts that we had earlier this year, but it is better than Captain America: Brave New World, which is why I'm ranging from a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. I think we're all much more curious to see what comes in the next chapters of the MCU.